Hey everybody, today we're going to go ahead and look at Autocrat. Autocrat is kind of like a mail merge, except it's more powerful because it creates something for you. It just doesn't send an email, although it does send emails as well. You could generate a Google Doc, Google Slide, PDF. We use these a lot. We're going to go through an example of Student of the Month, but we could use these for behavior tickets. We're actually using them with the evaluations. That's all generated using Autocrat. So we're going to walk you through just the basics today, and once you get started, if you start using this, it's just going to be on a bigger scale. It's however big you want it to be, I guess you could say. So I have a basic template here for Student of the Month, just a name and a reason. And this happened probably about 2, maybe 3 years ago, but Autocrat started allowing you to use Google Slides as templates, which is really nice because you could import stuff from Canva, put it on here. You can make this look really nice. Now just keep in mind, if you are going to be printing these as certificates, that you do go into your page setup and change your paper size to be that of a sheet of paper 8.5 by 11. So make sure you do that if you're going to be printing these. So you can see here I have a basic template. Now these things with the brackets, these are called tags, and the tags will match the questions. So I have name and reason and name and reason. That's it. I'm going to go ahead and submit one real quick, and we'll walk you through the steps to show you how it's done. So Kevin, and make sure you check that. Hit submit, and then I'm going to go to my responses. So if you don't know where they are, they're there, and then you click on the sheets. So here's my sheets. I'm going to go to extensions. Now I have Autocrat installed. If you do not have Autocrat installed, you're going to go to add-ons, get add-ons. It's going to open up the marketplace, and you're just going to search Autocrat. It's going to pop up right away. It's very popular. There it is. Click it. Once again, I have it installed, but you would click install, accept permissions, and go back, and we're going to run it. So it's going to go ahead and launch. It's going to ask you to set up a job because it has nothing to do, and you could call this whatever you want. I'm just going to obviously call Student of the Month. Next, this is where it's going to look for a template to use. You can see it's right here, but you could open up your drive. I always recommend working on it right before you do it, because when you open up your drive, it's going to go in the order of what you've been working on. There it is. Select. Next. Now you can see my tags have already been matched up. If you don't have them matched up, you can actually manually go in and change them. But if they're all not matched up, we actually have some of these with like 6 tabs down here, and you're running 6 Autocrat jobs. So if you have different tabs, make sure that your tab matches up. So forum responses 1 is where I want to be, and that's where I'm merging here. So keep that in mind. But you could also manually go in here and tell it where you want it to go. So there's that. Click next. File name, so I'll go Student of the Month, and you could actually customize these. So I'm going to put the name next to it so I could find it easier. So I just click it on, hit Control V. You don't have to right click on anything here. All you have to do is, like it says, click to copy, and that's all you have to do. The output, I'm going to make it a PDF because I do want to print these, but you can make it a Google Slide. Next. Choose a folder. Once again, it's going to default just to send everything to your drive, but I'm going to open up my drive right now and create a new folder. Student of the Month. And the reason I'm doing that is because once I go back here and I choose my folder, Student of the Month is right there. You could have it go to more than one place, but I'm going to delete that. I don't need both of them. Then I'll click next. You don't need this. It actually doesn't work with what changes Google Drive has done, so skip this. Adding a condition, This is up to you. Once again, this is more of an advanced thing. You could set it to where certain columns say certain things. I know when we run our referrals back to teachers, we have Autocrat to set to look at a column, and if it's not blank, then it's going to send the referral back to the teachers. So this is an advanced setting, but one that you could play around with. It's actually pretty powerful once you start using Autocrat for other things. But we're going to delete that. We're not going to have any conditions. Next, if you would like to send this to somebody, you can. And you can see, once again, I have the option to share it as a PDF, or actually it's going to share as a PDF because that's what I'm creating it as. And there's other options here. So if you want to send this back, like I said, for citations, we have this going to certain people. You don't have to share it, so we're not going to share it for this. Next, run on form trigger. It means that anytime somebody hits submit on that form, Autocrat's going to run automatically. You don't need to touch it. Okay. Or you could put it on a time trigger where it's going to run every hour, 3 hours, up to 24 hours. It'll just run. That's up to you as well. But for this example, we're not going to run it on anything. We're just going to hit save. So what we would do is you would run this, and if you wanted to run it automatically, you would hit the play button. So if you don't have it set on a time trigger or a form trigger, you would have to run this manually. You would just go in and hit play. We're going to preview it just so you can kind of see what it's going to look like. You can see it's doing stuff in the background, so we're going to preview. And here we go. So there's the file name, student of the month, and remember I selected name. There's the name. If I click that on, it's going to pop open, and there you go. Everything's been filled in. So there's the name that was filled in, and there's the reason. And that's it. That's Autocrat in a nutshell. This is the very basic version of it. Like I said, this could be a very powerful tool for you, and we could help you set it up for more complicated jobs. But if you want to do something basic like student of the month, something that you want to do, we actually did these teacher shout outs for COVID. We could also do that as well. So this is just a very brief overview of Autocrat. There's a lot more to it, and if you guys want more information, go ahead and let me know, and we'll help you out. Thanks for watching. See ya.